All right.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure. I felt like it's tilted a bit.
No, it looks all right. Looks all right.
All right. I don't think we're going to have any technical difficulties. Let's try and get through one episode with no technical difficulties.
I'm hoping. I've got new internet since last time, so I'm hoping it fucking works.
Well, and Ben's at Redcon, so he should be fine too.
Man, you should be.
I'm in the civilized world.
How's your trip to Redcon so far?
Busy, man. Like, good fun, but God, it's like I'm busy enough with work when I'm not traveling.
Oh, you mean your clients and all that? Your coaching?
Yeah, so that's like takes up a good 5-6 hours of my day, right? Just coaching, and then if you add on the fact that I'm filming, I'm in the office here filming between 10 and 5 every day, plus training, plus double cardio. Yeah. I mean, it's a long day.
Yeah.
They like doing stuff there, don't they?
Well, yeah, it's good. They're trying to make the most of my time being here, which I'm glad about. We're getting a lot done. A lot of cool stuff.
It's funny. I see that shit and I can't wait. Like it's like an aspiration for me because I look at it and I'm like, I want Hostile to be that big, where like we have a headquarters and I can bring in the athletes and do all that kind of fun shit. Yeah, man. So it's cool watching. I never looked at it that way until I had my own company. Now I'm like, one day.
Yeah. So I can imagine.
Yeah. How are you doing?
It's a good it's an insight to what can be if you work hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just weird how you look at things sometimes differently when like I would have never even paid attention to that like before we had our own company, right?
Yeah.
But then once we launched, now you start looking at things a little differently. But anyway, what's going on, James? You're squatting fucking 7 plates on your back off sets?
6 on the back off. 7 on the work-in.
What the fuck is wrong with you? How is that even possible? And it's not like 1 or 2 like gritty, shaky reps. You're like crushing out like 10, like what the fuck?
I still stand by the fact that James could have been a world-class powerlifter.
Obviously, fuck. If he's squatting 6 plates for, what was it, 10 reps? I didn't count them.
15 on the 6th.
15 reps?
I did 15 because of Larry Wills.
Okay.
Oh, so I didn't see the 6 plate squat.
Yeah, I put up.
Well, he did the 7. He did the 7, and then he posted a back off set.
I only saw the 7. I didn't see the.
How many? 6 was too long for the story. It was an IG. Story.
How many reps did you do with 7?
7, I got 10. The last rep's not on the video because I stand there and I hold the weight on my. Because the last 2 reps literally took me about a minute to do. I was like,
catching your breath.
Yeah, I was like fighting and losing the air. My legs were fucking numb, so I was like, come on.
I struggle with that kind of weight. I struggle, like I start going dizzy before my legs give out. It's like the weight of the bar crushing like here, and then your head starts to split. Like that's the bit that gets me. My leg strength is not a problem.
I get that on the warm ups more than the set. So like when I do like maybe let's say I get to a weight I'm going to work with, and I might just do 1 rep to feel it. I get off that one, and I'm like, fuck. But then maybe after I've done that, it lets it calm down.
What's that warm up set? 4 plates?
No, the warm up's obviously 5. Like,
okay.
depends on the day. It depends where I put squats in the workout. And
dude, you know how like demoralizing that is. Like my best squat is like 4 plates for 20.
Yeah, but you've won like 2 or 3 pro shows.
But that's no joke. Like, do 4 plates for 20. I challenge anyone, do 4 plates for 20 and tell me that your legs aren't on fire and that your lungs aren't fucking blown.
No, I'm not saying, I mean, obviously it worked. I mean, I developed big enough legs to stand on a pro stage, but it's still really awesome to be able to look and go, holy fuck, that guy's squatting 7 plates for sets, for like reps, not like, not a 1 rep max, not some bullshit like rep. It's like, and it looks smooth too. It's like, you could probably do 8.
Yeah, I've done 8 before. I did a double with 8 just to see how it felt, and it was really nice. It was like a year ago.
It was really nice.
The double belter.
I saw that one. With the belt up here and the belt on the bottom.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Luckily, I've got a belt at the minute that I borrow off Dean, my friend from the gym, that actually suits. So I've been using that actually. But do you know what? That's the thing. I love bodybuilding for the. You have to enjoy your own bodybuilding as much as you want to be good at bodybuilding, and it wouldn't be bodybuilding for me unless I did those sets that challenge me massively, because I love that. Because if I wasn't doing that, to be honest, my life isn't overly complicated or busy. I would feel quite under fucking, you know, I feel like I'm not really accomplishing anything. So at least with that, when I go and do something like that, I can come away from that and I say, you know, I've done something not many can do, and that to me makes my day. So that's why I kind of live like that. I think it's an internal thing.
Can I still? I gotta push back on you guys both because I think you're both liars. So more so James, because you wrote it in your caption. So you wrote in your caption that it's not because of anger or not because of whatever, but then you wrote, I just want to fuck it sideways, which tells me there's some anger there.
No, I want to make love to that, but I want to fuck it.
No. You didn't say I want to make love to it. You said I want to fuck it sideways. And that's, to me, that's an kind of like an angry like statement, right? So there's some emotion there, is what I'm saying. Like there has to be some emotion behind. Like,
but you know what? I sit there and I'm sitting there and I'm wondering what am I feeling, and I'm really, all I'm doing actually is just breathing and trying to get myself back to being composed. Yeah. Like there's no, honestly, I'm not chasing any.
There's no thoughts. There's no nothing that goes through your head.
No,
nothing.
It's empty, man. It's like literally, all right, bar. It's me and you, baby, and that's it. It's just like.
I challenge you. I challenge you guys to think about it deeper, only because I feel like there has to be something somewhere where you, Ben, with 6 plates, or you, James, with 7, are doing it without any emotion. You're just like, yeah.
No. Okay, so this is a true story. So yesterday, I squatted 6 plates, right?
Yeah.
It's the fucking inferior compared to what James did, but
it's still 6 plates, man.
They fucked me, right? Because I was like, in a new environment, in a new gym, I don't really like to go
crazy,
listing. And I was like, 5 plates I'm good with, right? I'm 5 weeks out, 5 plates, plenty. So I did 5 plates. I've actually, the guy, the cameraman is going to rip off because no one recorded the 5-set plate other than him. So he's going to give me the footage later to post. So I did the 5-plate set, but I went pretty hard on it. And then we're about to strip it. And Rudy, the athlete manager here, he goes, hey, you want to do another plate? And I'm like, no. I'm like, no. And he went, hey, come on. And I was like, so I looked at him and I went, if I get fucking injured, it's your fault. Put another plate on then, dickhead. Yeah. Right? So then he starts going, come on, bro, come on. And I went, no, stop.
You made it.
I went, leave me alone. I need to be calm as shit right now.
Really?
If you amp me up, I'm going to get that all wrong. I'm going to rush it. I'm going to get under. I'm going to walk it back wrong. It's going to stagger me. I'm going to be all over the place. I actually did a set about 2 weeks ago with the chains, right? And I walked it out all wrong because I went in.
Stop wheeling around. You're ruining the audio.
Right, sorry. So I did a set. It's just, there's so much room here.
Yeah, I know.
No, so I did a set a few weeks back when I had the chains on. I don't know if you remember. And I said, I've got this fucking all wrong. From my mentality going in to the walkout, I walked out way too aggressively, like, fuck this, I'm going to fuck this up. I haven't done that in forever, and I know better. I know me. And I walked out like, I'm going to fucking bury this. And I approached it all wrong. As soon as I walked out, I went, oh, this feels heavy. And I was like, no, just fucking attack it. I went down all wrong. My weight shifted. I went on my toes. The first rep felt like the 10th rep.
Yeah.
And then I was playing catch up from them. So the next week, I did exactly the same. And I went in. The next week, I went in, same weight, same setup, same chains. And I went, just bring yourself down.
Yeah.
You can do this and just take your time. And I buried it.
Maybe that's why I fucking keep getting hurt. Because I have to, but it's funny. It's like, I don't have to amp myself up. I just like that feeling. I like that feeling. Right. But also this is the other thing I was thinking is that you guys are looking at it as surface, like, oh, you got to amp yourself up. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, is there something fucking deeper? Like, I don't want to be stupid, like not from your childhood, but like maybe you lost a show. Maybe it's an insecurity. Maybe it's something that's making you get under 7 fucking plates or 6 plates and be like, fuck it. I can do it. I don't give a fuck. Like,
mine is, I do. Mine is, I want to create the biggest gap between me and everyone else. It's as simple as that. Like, I want to make people feel fucking inferior. Like, and that's the truth. Like, I do.
Well,
like, I want to.
It's working.
Well, as an athlete, I want to be like remembered.
Yeah.
So when my time comes and I'm done, people will be able to look back and say that guy really fucking put his ass. He went in. He there was no way he didn't give it his all. And that's all I really give a fuck about.
Yeah.
I have a really different.
I think that's. I think that's what we all want, though. I think we all want people.
Oh,
I think we all want people to know that we're working as hard as we can possibly work.
See, I think I'm different. Well, not different. I know I'm not like that. I couldn't give a fuck what anyone else does.
Why do you do it then? Why do you get under 6 plates?
Because I want to do more than I've done before. I don't want to do more than anyone else has done before. I don't want to do more than James has done before, or Luke did before.
Okay, but wait a minute.
Before. I have no competitive drive other than with myself.
Wait a minute.
And if no one ever saw it, I'd still get under 6 plates.
Okay, but I'm gonna take you back to the story you told us about your dad and your soccer practices and making you ride the bike after practices and like basically torturing you with sports.
Yeah, but my dad showed me.
Is that have anything?
Maybe, but only to the point where my dad made me realize that I'm capable.
Yeah.
Because when I did something and I was like, it was even something like simple as, I remember one time he had the ball and he was like 5 yards away from me and he threw it at me about knee high and I had to volley it back. And then the next time he threw it, I had to catch it on my foot, right? So catch it and then flick it back to him.
Yeah.
And I went, that's fucking impossible. I was like 8, 9 years old, right? I was like, that's fucking impossible. I didn't swear. And we did it for like 20 minutes and every time it just bounced off my foot. And he's like, no, you can do it. It is possible. It's physically capable. It is possible. It's not like I'm asking you to fly to the moon. It's possible.
Yeah.
And I end up in tears. Next day, back again. Same result. End up in tears. Next day, again. By a week later, I was catching it, flicking it back to him. Catching it, flicking it back to him. And I went, oh, okay. Something here at day one is impossible. If I just keep applying, eventually it becomes possible.
Yeah.
As long as I keep attempting, as long as I keep the effort there, eventually what was impossible becomes possible. And I think that's the same thing where I approach that with the squat. I go, okay, like for me, 7, 8 plates. I'm like, I've never done 8 plates, right? I've done 7.5. I'm like, okay, well, 8 plates, I know is possible, just not right now. If I just keep doing what I need to do, it might not happen next week. It might not happen, but eventually, if I keep going, I will get there. And that's all I care. I don't care about that person over there seeing it and approving it. I don't know.
I think it stems from the same energy, but I think I've just learned to love the response. Okay. Like I enjoy the response. I do. I enjoy the people.
Yeah.
I enjoy the kindness and I enjoy the support and I enjoy the people saying. So maybe it's because of that now that's become part of the equation, also alongside what you're just saying there. Because obviously it has to start with you wanting it. It has to be an internal desire to do it. Because you don't get underweight and squat like that unless you personally want it first and foremost. Because no one's going to do it if they don't want it. No. So I get that totally. I do get that.
What about
that's what my point is.
Okay.
I think that's what my main thing is. It's like I could, if I was worried about bodybuilding and just competing in general, like you say, 4 and 5 plates is plenty. I can make that hard enough to make my legs grow.
Yeah.
I want that. I want it, not for anyone else's.
Let me ask you guys this then. So, okay, fine. So not everybody has to be angry. Not everybody has to pull from some shitty thing in their past or whatever. Yeah. You guys are very calm, and maybe that's why you guys actually don't get hurt, and I do. But there is one factor that you guys don't have that I do, which is fear. I've always, even before my first injury, I was always like, I would always have a mental block when I hit 5 plates. And it seems like you guys are going 6, 7, fucking James, you're talking about 8. And you don't, it seems like you don't have the fear of like anything bad happening.
No, none.
How is that? How does that happen? Especially with all the, I mean, it's different if you're like, let's say you're just a guy who's like, okay, you guys are a perfect example. Ben, you're not a pro bodybuilder. You don't get paid to lift weights. You do it because you love it. Right?
Well, I get paid to be in this industry and promote myself.
I know, but
right?
but
what I mean is, if I got injured and couldn't train, I would lose some influence to generate income.
Okay, it's all tied together. You're right. I'm not saying it's not, but with James, it's directly impactful of his competitive career, right? So,
yes, yeah.
So, James, you have a lot to lose.
Loads.
So, but you still get under the weight, and there's no fear there. And I'm like, how does that equation pan out in your head?
I don't know. Do you know what it's like when I was younger and I was an aggressive inline skater? It wasn't until after I quit that I look back.
Wait. You were what?
I used to skate aggressive inline. So like
aggressive inline.
What is that? What is that?
It's the one where you jump on like handrails and grind handrails and stuff. So
can you still do that? Sorry, this is I'm sidetracking here because this is.
I couldn't now because I'm too fucking heavy. But what I mean is, I used to jump in on like quarter pipes from fucking crates. You would have like I would stack crates up that you'd get where you get the milk cartons come in the morning on top of a quarter pipe, and I'd jump into that quarter pipe, and I would skate, and I wouldn't give a fuck. And I never thought about injury once. And it wasn't until after I left and I look back at it that I actually see the fear now. Like now, if I was to put a pair of skates on, I would be scared. But I think while you're in it and while you're pursuing it, it sounds weird, but it's almost like there's no fucking space for fear. Because if you've got space for fear, then you've got a limit on your potential. And that's not necessarily the case, because there is people that are smart and they know to be scared. But I don't know. For me personally, this is what I used to do.
This is what I'm not listening to your answer, which you're going to have to go over and say again.
Yeah, no.
I want to see if this is what you're used to do.
Yeah, can you imagine?
No, I can't.
Dude, it was the street stuff. So like the guy outside more. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I used to do. This was my life.
How big were you when you did this?
Oh, no, I wasn't very big. I was probably only about 13, 14 stone.
What is that? So, what is that in kilograms or pounds?
Oh, God, fuck.
170 pounds, 180
yeah,
pounds.
Yeah, I was small. Yeah, I was probably like him. I was like him.
You were this big?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like him. And I used to like fucking dress like that and shit as well, a little bit.
You've lived a lot of different lives, James? Like a lot of people don't live like that many different lives. They kind of
I did multiple things up till about 18, and then that's when bodybuilding really took hold. But
is this guy going to do anything, or is
I know he's just fucking wheeling about? I think
he's wheeling about.
He's just wheeling. That guy's going to do something sick. Listen, that guy was about to jump on a handrail. That's the kind of shit you want to see.
Is this that? You've done that?
Yeah, but I wasn't as good as these guys. These guys are pros, but I was good. I wasn't as good as these guys, but I was decent. I used to go to indoor skate parks like that and stuff.
I can't picture you doing this shit.
I nearly bought a pair last year. I nearly bought a pair again.
You couldn't do it now. You'd fuck yourself up for sure. You're too big.
I feel like I'm not.
We're gonna rename him Jim Hawkshead.
Yeah, Tony Hawk. But that was so fulfilling. It was great. And the only reason I stopped that is because when puberty really hit and my height started to sprout, I just got too tall to do some of the stuff, and I was like, "Fuck that." That was it.
All right. So going back to fear, explain what you were saying about the fear and why you don't have it.
I was just saying, when you're in the midst of doing something or pursuing something, it's almost like there's no room for it. So I have literally I'm so focused on what can be, like positively, that like I don't even have any room around that to fit the possibility of any failure and fear. Like I don't put the safety pins in the squat rack. I don't do none of that shit. I just get in there. I know I can do that set. I know my capabilities. I know. And I will never walk into something. I suppose a lot of it's an instinctive understanding of your own potential and ability. And I know when I walk under something, I'm working or not. And I know that if I'm within my limits or not. And even the people I know that damage themselves thought they were within their limits. But for now, I don't feel frightened, and I feel like there's still more. And I don't know, just comfortable. And I'm comfortable. And if I'm comfortable, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
There is the odd day, don't get me wrong, there's the odd day where I might, go just do a couple of squats, and I think, you know what, feeling a little bit iffy today, so I'll modify what I do. And then days will be the days where I don't do the crazy shit.
There is fear on my, talking from my point, there is an element of fear. It's just, for one, I've had way too many injuries now. I'm like, oh, fuck it, what's another one, right? I genuinely, I'm like, well, screw it. I've come back from worse.
Yeah.
So
I'm there. That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know that if I'm controlling the things I can control, I'm reducing the risk, right? That's why I said to Rudy yesterday, stop. Like, don't amp me, because I know the space I need to be in. Mm-hmm. I know that here, like we moved out the rack, right? Because they had 2 squat racks, or full power racks, but the pins didn't come on the outside, right? So you had to go in the rack. Yeah. I can't squat. You've never, so my rack.
You're never in a rack, are you?
I'm always on the outside, right?
Why?
I like
Why?
a bit of
Why is that?
just mental. That's my comfort. That's where I feel comfortable. I have space here. If I get it wrong, I'm gonna let go and jump forward. It's mentally, that's huge for me.
Yeah,
if I feel mentally comfortable, like someone says, "Oh, put knee wraps on because your knees will be strong." Like, you'll probably end up like my old buddy Steve Gentili. He said, so he's like a world-class powerlifter. He said, "Man, if you put wraps on, you'll be squatting 8-9 plates for reps." I put knee wraps on sleeves and whatever. I've tried it all, and even on like just a warm up, it fucks with my setting. Yeah. I have a setting, like, you know, like you play a computer, you have, or you get in your car, you have your seat how it feels comfortable. Imagine if you get in after your wife, it just feels different, right? That's how I have to get under the bar, and as soon as I walk it back, I know if I'm comfortable, if everything is okay, the bar is, I'm outside the rack, I've got space, I'm good. I still have a setting, I have a routine in my head that I run through, like a checklist. Yep. Okay,
fine. The funny thing is with that as well, like what people don't realize, I suppose, because we're just speaking on it as it is, but that was something that probably took years to develop. And even though it's only a 3-4 minute, you know, protocol and such, in your head and in your muscular, whatever you fucking call it, there is a word, but basically like your programming and how to move and how to function, that has been driven into you over a long period of time and corrected so many times that now it's in a place that you are comfortable, and that has to be that way. It's your motor skills. So you've developed this habit to fall into place into exactly what you need.
Which is why
I think other people underestimate the importance of that as well.
It's why I also don't take too long. I said this before. Once the weight is set, I'm like, okay, are we good? Everyone's good, cool. And if someone's good, I'm like, you better have hit that because I'm about to go. I don't get in front of the bar. Like Luke used to take like 2 minutes. Like he'd be looking at the bar. If I overthink, I'm now changing. I'll go down differently. All of a sudden I'll go down. I'm like more on my toes, or I'm more on my right side. I'm more, because I've over-analyzed, I've overcomplicated it. And my default I don't need to fuck with my default. Leave a default alone. Just let it happen. Just do it. I'm so conditioned. This, like James said, it's programmed.
I think it's, you know, it's interesting you guys are talking about this, because I guess if any new guys are listening, beginners are listening, or intermediate listeners are out there, it doesn't help. Like one of the things I did when I started squatting is I squatted 7 plates when I first started, but with dog shit form, like half, like a curtsy, like half rep. And I had to start all over after a couple of years, because they're like, the judges were like, your legs are shit. So I had to start all over and go back to like 3 plates and get all the way into the hole. And I think it's important that you guys are talking about this, because Ben, basically what you're saying is you have to perfect your form before you can start to fuck with 5, 6, 7 plates.
Okay. So so they were filming me yesterday and they wanted me to talk about the squat and everything. And I'll just repeat, I'll do the short version. I'm a better squatter. I'm a better squatter since I had my accident and was in a wheelchair, because I lost all my old habits and I started from scratch because I couldn't walk, right? Couldn't walk. I was on crutches. And then I went into the gym the first time and I went, okay, I don't bother wearing, I used to wear like lifting shoes, like with the wedge. I used to have all the equipment. I used to overthink everything. I went, what's the point? All I'm going to be doing is a quarter bodyweight squat right now. So I started with a quarter bodyweight squat, literally like this much movement, right? Then the next week I went this much movement, and until I was doing a full range bodyweight squat. And at that point, that was I'd reset. Right? I'd completely thrown out my old habits, and I'd relearned how to squat.
You developed a movement pattern. So now you don't
and so I was stronger. All my lifts on my squats and legs went up after I had all my surgeries, and because I started from scratch.
So we talked about squatting for 25 minutes now. So move on.
I'm happy.
Ben, you had a massive cheat meal yesterday. How big was it?
Sushi.
And how much sushi did you fucking eat?
Well, there wasn't much left.
You didn't gain. Tell me this though. No matter how much sushi I eat on a cheat day, I only gain like a pound or 2. I never gain that much weight.
I haven't weighed. I said there's no scale. I'm in a hotel. I just
Your face looks. You got
Oh,
basketball
there's
face.
so. I woke up because I didn't sleep well. I haven't slept well because the people I'm in the hotel room next door to me party all night and just smoke weed all night, and it's fucking killing me. So I'm destroyed anyway. I woke up and I was like, my alarm went off at 5:30, and I'm like, I can't do cardio this morning. I got home from Aaron's house at 1:30 in the morning, and I didn't sleep, and I'm still full up with sushi. Like I can feel it. I'm not like if I go and do cardio now, it's not fasted, right? It's like still like I'm still digesting, right?
Yeah.
And then so I went back to bed for like another 45 minutes. I got a load of client work. I did extra cardio yesterday morning because I was awake. So I was like, well, I did that one yesterday, so it made up for if I don't do it today. So I got up about 45 minutes later and I go to the bathroom. I start brushing my teeth and my face like this. And I'm like, you lazy cunt. You'll regret not going. Next week, when you're sat at home in your recliner with fuck all to do, you're going to feel shit for not getting. So I booked the Uber, but I was still in my pants. So Uber, I'm like, fuck it. Right, I'm doing it. I'm going.
So you went and did cardio?
And I sweated my bollocks off.
All you
just like
you probably smelled like fish.
Oh my god, it's just nuts.
You ever notice that during a prep when someone like if you've ever been around somebody who's eating like fish like 4 times a day?
Oh yeah,
they just stink like fish.
Sweat. It's the groin sweat.
No, listen, it's not even. It's worse. It's worse than that because I had sushi last night. I ordered a bunch of mega fit meals to come so I can
not fuck about
tilapia and shrimp.
Oh no. You probably, you probably stink, dude. You probably,
Man, I used to do the old. When you hit the white fish diet, man, you just smell like it all the time.
I like tilapia. So
wait a minute, though.
I'm not doing it because I'm.
Let's be honest. The white fish works, though. I know. People are like, bro science, blah blah blah. It fucking works. Don't start, Ben. It works.
Thins the skin, lad. Thins the skin.
Okay, I didn't say it thins the skin. I didn't say.
I did.
Well, it does, but only because you're losing fat. But
but let me ask you this: is it because you're going like lower calorie? Because if you keeping? If you say what's a normal meal for you? 7 ounces of chicken.
I'm going to answer you, but I'll tell you this: it's not. I'll give you my bro science theory because I'm a fucking bro through and through. I think it's just because it digests so quickly that your body's more efficient. If that makes any sense. Like, I feel like maybe I'm burning more fat because my body's more efficient at getting rid of it.
Well, you're fasting for longer of the day, right?
Maybe that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
It's processed so quick, there's nothing left in you.
But here's my question, because Justin has me. I chose to eat tilapia, right? Justin works on macros, so I can do chicken if I want to.
Yeah.
I just it's easy, super easy, because they come in individual frozen the tilapia. So I have like a bunch of it, and they're individually wrapped. It's super easy. But I add fats to the meal, right? Yeah. So I'll add macadamia or cashews or almond butter, whatever. Yeah. So although I'm digesting, I'm still slowing it down. It's not like I'm eating just protein.
But it's a different fat, because the chicken you're getting saturated fat, and the fish you're getting like zero fat, but then you're adding healthy fats.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you were to have, you were talking about switching to white fish, and then that's when. So say you started a prep and you were eating per meal 7 ounces of chicken 6 times a day, for instance.
Yeah.
And then you go, okay, time to get fucking serious now and do a Livroni. You switch to the fucking white fish.
Yeah.
Are you just converting it and going straight to 7 ounces of tilapia, or are you increasing the tilapia to match the protein, like discrepancy?
If I was gonna, like, sometimes, like when I make my own diet pretty much, like John kind of has an eye on it, but so I'll switch fish for chicken. Sometimes I just switch them evenly. So I'm getting less calories overall. Like if I am eating 8 ounces of chicken, I'll eat 8 ounces of fish. And I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're going to get leaner because there's less fat and less calories overall. I get it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like even if you matched the calories, for some reason, I feel like fish would get you leaner faster. And I don't know if that's just in my head from my own experiences, because that's how my diets have always been like that. Like if I'm ever stuck at like 6 or 7 weeks, when I switch to fish, I start getting leaner faster. And it could be because of the reduction of calories, or it could be, I don't know. Is there another reason, is what I'm saying.
I'm like you though. I feel like because it digests so well, it's almost like the faster you process food, the more you go in that direction of getting in better shape. I know it sounds a bit silly to many, but there's just this relationship between the two. The easier food is to process and go and be digested, the more hungry you are, the more often, the leaner you tend to get because you spend more time fucking hungry because fish is so light.
That's kind of
So
my theory, which is
like
which
I know
is,
it's very bro, but it's true because I've done it.
Yeah, it's very very bro because I can't explain the science of it at all.
Yeah.
All I know is
that's why I was asking like on the calorie thing because I'm like that's the only science. The only explanation that would fall into a science bracket would be the calories are slightly less. Yeah. But if you're matching it up. Then...
But even so, like you say, chicken breast itself probably has a couple of grams of fat per 100 grams, you know, so 2 grams of fat, say less per serving, you know, over the course of a day, five meals, 10 grams of fat less, 90 calories. Yeah, so you know what I mean? So it does, I suppose it does add up.
But it's not that. Even if you match the calories, you're getting less fat. So like, let's say let's say
more protein. The protein content.
More protein and less fat, right? So let's say I'm eating 7 ounces of chicken and I want to match the calories, so I do 9 ounces of fish. The calories are going to match
higher protein.
Yeah, the calories are going to match, but I'm going to have higher protein and less fat.
And you'd still feel like you'd lose weight. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe it's the way the fats. It must be a mechanism.
I haven't
watched the sales of white fish go through the.
White fish.
I haven't busted out the fish yet. I'm getting leaner with the chicken and steak right now.
I remember being a bit behind for one show, and then like the last 2 weeks is like we were like brown rice and white fish. Like this is old school, like right in the beginning of my bodybuilding.
I do better with white rice than brown rice.
Yeah, I don't know why we did the brown rice. I think it's because he was so fucking old school.
Yeah.
Because I prefer white rice as well. Again, same reason, digestibility. It doesn't hang around too long. It's gone. It's in. It's done.
Yeah. What's going on with your prep, James? Have you had a cheat meal yet? Come on, man. Come on.
Mate, Patrick ain't giving me.
Listen, wait a minute. Listen to this. I have an inside scoop, and I'm not going to out the guy.
That someone had a cheat meal.
I have a client of Patrick Tours that literally sent me a message with a screenshot from Patrick
saying have one.
Saying have a cheat meal. And I was like, oh, I got the gold now. I can't fucking.
He must have been, whoever that kid is, he must have been working very hard.
Is he close to a show? Is he in a prep?
Yeah, he's in a prep.
Oh, so is he a pro? Because I can whip this down.
No, he's not. I can't say anymore. All I can say is I got the goods. So if Patrick ever says anything to me about cheat meals, I'm going to pull up that screenshot and be like,
I'm pretty sure if I lost like 6-7 pounds overnight, he might do the same. I just haven't come across that yet.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think he thinks of cheat meals the same way I do. Because when we were talking, I said something to him about how my cheat meals have been like homemade burgers lately.
Yeah.
And
I think he looks at it more like, he looks at it more like
fast food or something shitty.
Yeah. He wouldn't mind that, what you just said there.
Well, because he fluffed it off. Because I consider that a cheat. Because like for me, anything that's not in my program is a cheat.
Yeah.
Like sushi's a cheat. Like homemade burgers are a cheat. They're all, even though they're healthy foods, it's still cheat.
Yeah.
But
like a homemade burger, like bloody hell, like God, that could be in your diet all the way up to fucking 2 weeks out.
That's what I've been doing. And I feel like it's been helping my stomach, like my waist size.
Yeah.
I talked to a homeopathic doctor, and she was telling me when you binge on something like let's say you like a large pizza, right? And me and Ben were talking about this for my last cheat, because my last cheat I did have some pizza and I regret it. So
oh, you do? You do regret it now.
I do regret it because it didn't sit well with me. Like when I do the homemade burgers and like a little bit of ice cream, I wake up the next morning and it's like I don't miss a beat, right? It's like But when I did the pizza, it was like the next day was shitty, and it took like 2 days. Yeah. So, but she was telling me if you binge eat, it takes your body like 1 to 2 weeks to get your gut biome back to normal. Like for everything.
And that's the problem. It's the gut biome. That's the problem.
So I'm like, for me, I'm trying to do everything I can to keep my waist a little tighter. So I figured doing the homemade burgers and doing stuff that like I know what went into it is going to be better for me than getting anything else. So
definitely, you're not fucking around then, are you? Like you're not. There's no additives. There's no like preservatives. There's no sulfites or nitrates and all that shit.
Well, plus it's like I don't binge as much either, because when I do homemade burgers, I make 2 or 3. Yeah, and then that's it. I don't do any more. You know.
Do you put anything in the actual burgers? Do you like with the mince? Do you just have the mince burger on its own, or do you put peppers and stuff in the actual burger? Or
my wife's been doing it. She does spices. I think she put eggs in them. to make them stick a little bit.
It makes them, yeah.
Yeah, but no, nothing crazy. And I haven't even been doing cheese. I kind of left the cheese out too. So yeah, I'm coming after you, James.
Fouad's put the cheese down.
Wait. No, you're not. Wait, no, you're not, because you had the fucking pizza. You're talking. This is.
Well, that was one time. And listen, look at one pizza and 8 weeks.
You spent an hour on the phone to me going on about what should I have for my, like, deliberating this cheat meal. And the closing statement was, I said, what have you been doing? He's like, homemade burgers. I'm like, and they've been working, right? He said, yeah. I go, stick with what you've been doing. He went, yeah, 100%. You're right. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Okay. All right, sweet.
Wait a minute.
I'll text you when the fights are on. He texted me this fucking big box of pizza. I'm like, what happened to the fucking...
It was only a medium. Don't fucking start. So, So listen, the reason I said that is because before you said to eat the burgers, you were like, pizza's not going to do anything. Go ahead. So that was stuck in my head. I was like, yeah. It's like you gave me permission, right?
Yeah, man. Ben, this is your fault.
I'm declining the call next time.
Coach Ben,
I don't want that responsibility.
So listen, so the Spain show is now top 3 go to the Olympia.
It is, yeah, I know. Fuck.
I'm thinking about coming.
Mate, you should. Mate, me and you, we'll crank it out. Bang. Olympia. What's that?
Who else is there? Who else is going to be at the show?
Milan Sadiq. He'll be doing it.
I don't know who that is.
He's good.
He's probably good. I just don't know that.
He got third in New York. In New York.
That's good.
Very good.
Yeah, no, I saw they're doing a top 3 there, and I'm guessing it's because of COVID, so they need some people.
So what they're doing top 3, but if you're from a country that can't get into the US, then it will be honored in 2021.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, like, for example, UK right now can't go to the US.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't change and say we qualify, then it would carry over to next year.
I don't even know if I can get into the US. That might work for me too.
That's what I mean. So maybe just get it now, and then we've got a whole year of work, and we can just go and do it next year.
Well, listen, man, my retirement is around the corner. So I'm like, if I fly to Spain and qualify for Olympia, I literally do the Olympia and fucking retire on stage. I'd be like, peace, I'm out.
That's nice, though. That's a nice place. That's the best place to call it.
Oh, what would be better, man? Retiring at the fucking Olympia, right?
Exactly. Nowhere better, is it?
Are you going to do what the UFC boys do and take off your undie? Like, they put their gloves down in the middle of the... You're going to have to take off your trunks. just put your hand over and be like, I'm officially retiring, and leave them in the middle of the stage and shimmy off.
Yeah. No, I think what better ending would it be, right? Like, what am I going to do after that? Nothing. So I'm
really cool. I think that'd be really cool. Gives you a bit of time in. If it was for 2021, it'd give you a bit of time in between. You can still focus on business heavily.
Yeah, and bring my body back even more.
Yeah. So
wait. But what if you do the Olympia? This is a serious question. I'm not taking the piss.
Go on.
He's smirking like I'm going to rip him here. What if you do the Olympia and you're not perfect? Like, you could be a bit better, and you get like 7th. You're going to do another one. There's no way.
Listen,
if you could.
Can I tell you this? If I take 7th at Olympia, I'll fucking retire. The minute they give me the trophy, I'd be like, okay.
Even if you fucked something up and you got 7th, and you're like, shit, it's funny. Make a run at these boys.
Wait a minute. You know what's funny? I listen to fans talk about this all the time, and they're like, oh, that guy was 7th at the Olympia or 8th at the Olympia. And they scoff at it like it's nothing. And I'm like,
that is sick.
Dude, if you're last at the Olympia, that means you're fucking 12th. If there's 12 guys.
In the world. Yeah, in the world.
12th in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Like somebody tries to make fun of me one day. He's like, oh, yeah, you did the Olympia. You were last. I'm like, yeah, I was 16th in the fucking world. Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't, if I took 7th at the Olympia, I mean, it's not even in my fucking head. But if that ever happened, I would just, thank you very much. I'm out. Peace. That's a wrap. I mean, I say that now, but Ben's probably right. He knows me. He'd be like, if I was off, I'd be like, one more shot.
Yeah, imagine you fucked up. You're like, oh shit, I look great like the day before, and I fucked up my carb up, or I was flat. Ben, I know I can be better.
Ben, we all have to be realists. Let's just say this. At my very best, I don't think I could be 7th at this point in my career. Maybe when I was 30, but like right now, even at my best, I don't think I could be 7th. So if I was off,
all right. So say you were off and you got 11th. Then
it's the whole brat 10th. Yeah, you're fucking playing with it.
Oh, now you know, like top 10 at the Olympia. Oh, that's a big deal. Yeah. Because, and this isn't. Luke didn't get top 10.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Luke got 11th. I'm like, that bothered him. Like he was like, shit. He wanted that 10.
Yeah, so you've been there.
It's 10 and it's top 6, right?
Yeah, but wait a
Yeah,
minute. Let me explain to you. So Luke was in the prime of his career, right? Or getting into the prime of his career.
Yeah.
If I was in the prime of my career, you would be 100% right. I'd be like, I got to go again. What I'm doing now, I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I've had my career. I feel like it's been a successful career. I've made a living. All the shit I'm doing right now is just for fun. So if I can,
I'll ask you when you've got 11th.
no,
Ask you the same question.
no. Listen, literally, if I get to the Olympia, that will be where I retire, because I don't think there's a better place to fucking retire. It's just like, it's perfect, right? So the ultimate goal is to get to the Olympia and then retire there. And if I don't, I don't. But that's the goal, right? So
You know what's cool? If you get to the Olympia, yeah, and I do, then you can retire your last Olympia and welcome me into my first.
Yeah, it's a new beginning. New beginning for James. I pass the torch.
Yeah. Fucking, that's cool. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, listen, we have a guest who's coming on.
Oh, what, today?
Yeah, right now.
Wow.
I'm gonna see if he can get on right now. So Alex here won a contest. Alex, you there? Where are you hiding? You're hiding, or
we're looking at his ceiling at the minute.
There he is.
Do you hear me? Oh, nice. Hi,
Alex. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, buddy.
So Alex won a contest last week or the week before to guess my weight, and he guessed my weight, so he gets to be on the podcast. So we're gonna have him on for he wants to ask his question in person. That was his.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
cool.
Alex, how are you, man? I can't hear you. You have your microphone's off. I can see that
you press the join audio. Just press join audio. You'll see it.
Yeah.
There you are.
Okay. Excuse my accent.
Where are you from, man?
I'm from Bulgaria.
Oh nice. Shit! You're overseas.
European.
That's cool. What time is it there?
It's 1947. It's right now.
So is that 7:47?
Yeah, 7:47. Exactly.
What's going on, man? Are you how far along in your lifting career are you?
I've been lifting for 3 years. I just turned 18 3 months ago, and I'm really into it.
Yeah.
I follow bodybuilding, and yeah.
Are you going to compete one day?
I hope so. I hope to compete one day, but
are you going to compete in classic, open, or men's physique?
I hope for classic or open one day, but men's physique. If I don't show the legs, I wouldn't compete. I have to.
You have to show the legs?
I didn't hear you.
Are you saying you have to show the legs or no?
I think you have to show the legs because it's like you said, it's part of the body.
Yeah, good for you. So
that's cool. Yeah.
What are you doing to build your legs? Are you squatting real heavy or what?
No, I have a really weird structure to squat, so I can squat really deep. Mm-hmm. And I usually do, I separate the quads and the hamstrings. I do a quad focused leg day. And then on the triceps day, I do triceps, front delts, and I do the hamstrings at the end, about 6 to 8 working sets. Mm-hmm. And on the quad day, I usually do like leg press and hack squats deep.
Hacks are good. Hacks are good. Very good exercise.
What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that split? Should he be doing hamstrings on shoulders and tricep day?
I think right now he's fine, but later you'll have to change that. I don't think it's going to be too much of a bother now. What do you think?
I feel like he should be keeping his leg stuff together. Like if you do a quad dominant day, do mostly quads and a little bit of hamstrings, and then you should do a hamstring dominant day where you do mostly hamstrings and a little bit of quad.
Yeah. Fuad's been doing this the longest, so you just have to listen to him.
No, that's not true.
It is true, because we're still learning from him.
No, man, I'm very old school, and I've been doing the 1 or 2 body part split since the day I started. That's why I asked you, James, because you and Ben have done the push pull legs thing, which I think is better for a beginner.
If I'm splitting legs, I split legs and I won't do nothing else with them. So I'll do hams on their own and glutes, and I'll do quads on their own. I won't throw in any other, because I just want the emphasis, like Fouad said, to be purely on legs that day, so I can give it absolute attention.
I kind of feel like you want to keep the blood in the same area of where you're training, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So what else is going on? How much are you eating right now? Are you eating a ton of food or what?
About 3,500 calories, a little over maintenance.
It's good.
You're eating 3,500 calories?
Yeah.
Really? Every day?
Yeah, and I saw so I watched the last podcast where you were talking about the 5 kilograms of potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can eat that amount. Like for sure, I can eat that.
No, you can't.
He likes potatoes. Europeans like potatoes.
Okay, wait a minute. So Ben,
5 kilos. No,
Ben,
let's not start the
Ben,
fucking potato.
Ben, Alex here says he can eat 5 kilograms of potatoes
In one day.
Alex is
In one day.
gonna take over my position here on the podcast. if he manages that, if you can do 5 kilos of potato, 5 fucking kilos with your chicken, with
you still have to have your protein. Yeah.
That's not your only food for the day. You don't just get a bag of potatoes. You gotta have the fucking chicken, the beef, whatever else, and the potatoes. You're a better man than me. Fuck.
Isn't 5 kilos one of them big paper sacks?
No, that's 5 pounds. That's 5 pounds. 5 kilos is the big ones.
The big with the they have to put like the mesh net in to hold the amount of fucking potatoes. Split.
All right, Alex, this is the deal I'll make you. If you film yourself eating 5 kilograms of potato, you got to weigh it. We got to see you weigh it, and then you got to eat it. Like, don't edit it. Just I'll fast forward the whole thing. Don't worry. You film yourself doing it. I'll post it on my YouTube channel, and everybody will get to be able to watch you.
The 5 kilogram potato video.
and then I'll match it. I'll do the same thing.
You'll be known as Mr. Potato Head from now on.
Oh mate, it's too much. 5 kilos.
God. That's a lot of fucking potatoes.
How much meat do I have to eat with that? Like 150?
4 ounces per meal.
Okay, that's 120 grams roughly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
you can do it.
My best. Yeah, I can.
No. He see what he said. He's like, I'll give it my best shot. He's already like backing off it a bit.
Nah, he'll do it. He's driven. He'll wash it down with Coke Zero. He'll be fine.
He's gonna Coke Zero there. So what's your question, Alex? Do you have any questions for us?
Not really any specific questions. The one thing I've been wondering for so long, do you edit the videos yourself? Because they're really well edited, actually.
No, I don't. It depends on the videos. Some videos, like when you see my vlog videos, it's just like me holding the camera. Mm-hmm. I edit all those myself. But sometimes some of the gym videos and some of the cooking videos, I have a videographer that comes in and does it for me. Mm-hmm. I wish I had James set up. James has like a 24-hour videographer.
Well, I don't know about that. Not Chris lives up the road, but
but you do though, don't you? Don't you have somebody coming in and help you all the time?
Yeah, like obviously Chris would happily stay and film, so I've got a spare room, haven't I? So he will do the round the clock if I have to. Like
today, actually, it's funny you said that because today I'm shooting. I got a full day of eating. Rudy, what's going on?
Oh, I can't. Hang on. You can't hear him. Hang on.
He's got the bandana on.
Hey, Rudy, can I just want to thank you for sending me that Luke shirt. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear him now, yeah.
I just want to thank you for sending me that Luke shirt.
My pleasure, dude.
I got it like last week. I haven't worn it though because it's a 4X, so I'm probably gonna be swimming in it.
I can send you another one so you can frame it.
I might just frame that one because it's a 4X, so I might just put it up in a frame and like hang it somewhere.
Yeah, all right. I have the guys in the back looking for more, so.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, man.
Rudy, why are you looking so big?
I'm trying to be like you.
Rudy, can you eat 5 kilograms of potato?
In a day.
No.
You cook pizza, though.
Alex over here says he could eat 5 kilograms of potato. Look how big he is.
He's like the size of my leg. No offense. I think my cock is wider than him.
Okay. Hey, Rudy, let me ask you this. Rudy, let me ask you this. If Alex can eat 5 kilograms of potato and film the whole thing in one day, will Redcon put it on their channel?
No, Fred's going to give him a contract.
I'm gonna post it on my channel, but it would be cool if Redcon would post it on their channel.
Yes, I'll make that happen.
You'll make it happen?
Make it happen.
Alex, you're gonna be famous.
Alex gonna blow the fuck up. His stomach's gonna blow up first, and then his social media's gonna blow up.
Go through the roof, yeah.
Eating just potatoes?
No, you gotta do a minimum of 4 ounces of protein, like meat. It's a lot. I don't think anyone was like.
There's no way. There's no fucking way.
You can do it. Come on, have faith, guys.
5,500 calories. Is that? Is that? It's
Yeah.
not too much.
It's not too much at all.
The number of calories isn't a problem because I can eat 7,000 calories from pizza. Piece of piss.
Listen, all you got to do, you got to turn them potatoes into chips and put them in the air fryer and just smash them out all day.
What
Yeah.
I want to ask,
Like that.
I want to ask Rudy though. Did Rudy get you? Who got who wearing the bandana? Ben.
He made me do it.
He made you do it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, I have to have one that you've cut and made me.
Let's tell my secrets, okay?
I want to know where you,
Okay.
I want to know where you cut that off of.
I can't say the former athlete's name, but
It rhymes with
Ah,
Ryan Bohr.
yeah.
Ryan Ball's
He's a very strong man. He's a very strong man. So
snipping all his tops up.
yes, yes.
Alex, see you, Rudy.
Theory,
Alex, do you have any other? You gotta have some questions about nutrition or training, no? Before we
Not
let
really, I don't have any. I
like
thought
hanging out.
since I won the competition, I thought it would be cool to speak to you guys. Like,
Yeah.
if The Rock calls you and you know it's The Rock, would you just hang up?
What's that?
If The
That's
Rock
hanging.
calls you, would you just hang up since you know it's him? Like, it's the same thing.
Well, see that, Ben? I'm the same as The Rock. We kind of look the same. We got the same.
I want to ask Alex a question.
Same age.
Like, what is it you like about Fouad?
Oh fuck! Here we go. Here we go. Thanks a lot.
What's making the current gen of bodybuilders still like this old chap?
Because
I like the podcast.
Why is he still so relevant?
I speak their language, James. They all feel the struggle that I feel.
I need to hear it. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear it. Come on. What's good about Fouad? What's he providing to the industry right now? He seems to be doing really well.
I like the nonsense on the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Well-
see, James. He likes the nonsense.
You speak to them, mate.
All right, Alex. We're gonna. If you got to have some questions, come on. You got to have something for us before we let you go. Anything?
No idea. I thought you asked me those stupid questions, like the funny ones that
Oh.
you asked.
All
Maybe
right,
you should
fine.
ask him, yeah.
Do you like? Okay, fine. Let's get started. Do you like McDonald's or Five Guys?
We don't have Five Guys here, so McDonald's for sure.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Never eaten Burger King.
Okay, so McDonald's.
Missing
Okay.
out.
Yeah, McDonald's over KFC.
Cars or trucks?
Cars. I don't
ass-
have a driver's license yet, but cars.
Okay. Ass or tits?
Ass, of course. Like it's an obvious answer.
That was very quick. That was
He was on the
Yeah.
ball there.
asked, of course.
Ben, do you have one for him? Do you have a this or that?
Burgers or pizza?
Burgers or pizza?
Burgers for sure.
What's your favorite lift? Squat, deadlift, bench? Which one?
Deadlift. I have really long arms, so my bench is quite pathetic, and I don't like squatting. So the deadlift.
It's a deadlift though. Long arms is good for deadlifts. That's good.
How long do you?
If
How,
you had to,
go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
oh, yeah, you have to pick one. Train with Fouad or train with James?
You're such an asshole, Ben.
Pick one.
You have to
That's
pick
really
one.
I'd probably pick James. Sorry, Fouad.
Oh.
Okay,
He's closer. Wait. He's closer. It's
Press the button.
less for him to travel.
Thanks for participating, Alex. Alex, see you later. Any other questions?
Who would you like to read you a bedtime story out of the three of us?
Who would you rather go to a party with?
The three of you, I don't know. I can't choose that one. Probably, I don't know. James looks the funniest of them all.
Okay, James. I would have picked Ben myself.
Yeah, James is going to turn up with his Tupperware. I'm going to turn up with the box of other goodies.
Ben's gonna help you. Ben's gonna help you get more chicks.
No, Ben will take them all. There'll be none left.
Nah, he's married now, but they'll come to Ben, and then he'll be like, "I'm married. This is my friend Alex."
Meet my friend.
Yeah, that's right.
This is true.
Oh, I will watch.
Yeah. All right, Alex. We're gonna answer some questions now. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming on, brother.
So watch your
Make sure you get
games.
that video done.
When are you gonna do the potatoes? Next week?
The start of next week probably.
All right.
Monday or Tuesday.
I'm gonna give you a tip. Don't train on that day.
Okay.
No, train. You'll have an awesome workout. Eat a bunch of
No,
potatoes.
you'll shit your pants and you're gonna waste time in the gym not eating.
Imagine the pump.
Imagine the pump. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, imagine the pump of your pants filling with shit from eating all that potato.
The pump is the cure, as they say.
All right. Send me the video when it's done, Alex.
Okay.
All right, brother. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bro.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
buddy.
All right. That's Alex. That's
cool,
all right.
gentlemen.
It's kind of cool having a guest on once in a while. All right, guys. We have 280 questions or something like that. And I didn't pick any out, so I'm just going to go through them. And we'll just get through, we'll try and get at least 10 of them so we don't look like we're completely fucking useless.
Sounds good.
All right. Thoughts on using a pre-workout before going on stage for a pump?
No.
No? Okay. Is there a reason or we just no? I personally don't think it's a good idea to have any of that shit in your system when you're going on stage. I just don't see why you'd do it.
I don't mind a nitrous oxide formula an hour or so before, but not a pre-workout, not like a stimulant pre-workout.
Well, it's a stims that are most, but I don't think it's necessary though. Is it really? I mean, you're
You're overcomplicating something that's very fucking simple.
Yeah, you're carved up already. You haven't been training. You should be primed for pump anyway.
Take a Cialis.
Cialis is good.
Yeah. I don't want to go in with a hard on though.
It doesn't give you a hard on. It vasodilates you. It doesn't. The
Yeah,
only
it's
reason
not
it
like
works
Viagra.
is
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Look, if you take a Cialis and then don't do anything, your dick doesn't just all of a sudden go fucking like this.
Yeah, Cialis is very different than Viagra, isn't it? Viagra's like you get a boner even if you're not in the mood. But the Cialis is like when you do get in the mood, it's very chubby.
Viagra will actually increase blood flow to the organ. Cialis just relaxes blood vessels.
What do you guys like better, Cialis or Viagra? Have you used it? Have you used it all?
And Cialis I used to have anyway, just for I used to just supplement. I think about 5 mg a day,
like a low dose. Yeah. But for what it's intended for, which one do you?
Oh, still Cialis because it's the weekender, isn't
Cialis.
it?
Also, Viagra gives me a little heartburn for some reason.
Viagra blocks this shit too much.
But Viagra fucks with my nose. Yeah, I can't breathe.
You can't breathe.
But
swallow it. Don't sniff it. Swallow it.
You know what I found? If you take a Viagra like in the morning, and then you don't use it until like later on in the day, it's
9
awesome.
PM.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm serious. If you don't use
maybe that's what we need to do.
it doesn't give me like a hard on for no reason. It doesn't do that to me.
I don't know, a little bit with me, but it's been a while. I haven't used one in a long time.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't like Viagra.
You what?
I prefer Cialis.
Yeah. Okay.
That's always me.
You have 10 years to get any athlete from another sport to the Olympia stage. Who are you picking?
That's actually a good question because there's some fucking freaks out there, aren't there? That
Herschel Walker.
Who's Herschel Walker? I'm really shit. Sorry.
He's a football player from like the 90s and actually into the 2000s. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he also did MMA for a little while, and his physique is fucking insane.
I would have liked to have got Michael J. White. I know he's an actor as well, but he did do martial arts. He did do martial arts. So, because he's got some good genetics.
But I think he's too tall. No, he wouldn't be a good bodybuilder.
Fill him out a bit. He'll be all right.
That's hard. I'd pick somebody short. It'd be easier to fill him out. Because that quick results.
I have a friend who's a sprinter over here called Harry Akins. He's a 100-meter sprinter for Britain, and he could have been a really good bodybuilder. Maybe him.
He's like a skinny Blessing.
Yeah.
Like a lean, sprinter version of Blessing.
Yeah, if you whacked a bit of meat on him, whew. He had abs in school, and he used to just KFC for lunch. Mad.
Would you rather feel bloated and stuffed for the rest of your life, or feel hungry and flat?
Stuffed.
I'd be hungry and flat. Because when I'm not bodybuilding, I don't want to feel bloated and gross.
I love that feeling of being full though.
Yeah, but not all day. Not all fucking day around the clock.
You know when you finish that third burger, you're like, oh, that was
the third burger, the infamous third burger.
No, for me, I usually have it's just bloated and stuffed. So that means I'm usually having the fourth burger, and then I regret it for like an hour until it digests a little bit.
That's
I had the regret last night. I was laying in bed and I walked into my hotel room so tired. I was like, oh my God, I laid down. I guzzled water because I was so dry mouth. So I hit 2 little things of water, like a fucking liter of water, laid down, passed out for like an hour, woke up, had to sit up to burp and digest all that.
That's the worst,
like,
man.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
All night.
Chaps, I haven't been there for a long time, that feeling.
I'd rather be hungry and flat, man. Because honestly, right now I'm a little hungry, and I'm a little flat, and it's awesome because I look good in clothes. I feel good about how I feel. Like I feel good about myself. Like when you're bloated and stuffed, you feel disgusting. You don't want anybody to look at you. You're like,
I don't want the Anakin to touch me when I'm bloated.
Yeah, I'm just nobody look at me. Yeah,
full off season. I'm like, oh, I feel like a fucking beach slob.
Yeah, we'll go for the flat then.
Would you rather compete in men's physique or undergo a sex change and compete in bikini?
Bikini. No, not bikini. I would do another women's class because I think bikini's just as fucking.
You would
undergo. It's like
I would undergo because I still want to bodybuild.
A better question would be men's physique.
Imagine how good you'd be after getting a sex change and you still have all the muscle from. You'd kill all the.
Or you do a croc, right?
With tits. With tits.
Yeah, you do a black croc, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, a better question would have been men's physique or transition to women and do women's physique, right?
Did you just
That's what I felt.
Ben, you just missed what fucking James even did. Did you see what he did?
I don't know what I did. What did I do?
Do what you did. Do what you did.
I don't remember. What did I do?
He said, "Oh, me with tits," and then he did a lat spread.
I don't know lat spread. I don't even know.
What would your tits look like? James, if you could have tits, what would they look like? Would they be huge? Would they be little?
Nah, they're gonna be right in the middle, probably about a D.
D's not in the middle. D's not in the middle.
D's in the middle for me. C or D. C maybe then.
Yeah.
Because I want a handful, but not fucking. I don't want them to hurt my back.
So like a C cup then.
Yeah, cause some people I've got friends in the gym that have got big tits and they're a bit they look uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you got a big deadlift and a squat. You can support that extra front weight.
It's true.
You can hold that. You got
This show's this is ridiculous. You know that, right?
Imagine. I sometimes think about being a woman.
I don't. I think of it in a bad way, but not because I'm sexist.
I don't. I think of it every time I pick up a
Don't go down that fucking road, Fouad. Just some advice. Leave that one alone.
I meant it like I just don't want. I don't want to have a period.
I think of it every single time I pick up something that's long and thin.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because I just think to myself, if I was a woman, what would I get up to?
Oh shit! Now. Well, this is what I mean. This is why gay guys are so promiscuous, right?
Why?
Because they like anything.
Because listen, as men, the only reason that we don't fuck more is because a woman says no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it's two men, it's like game on because no one ever says, they just go. Okay. So it's like if we had our mentality as a woman, well, we just
wait a second. I think I get it. I missed what James was saying, but I think I got it now. So James is saying if he was a woman, what he can't imagine how many different things he would stuff in his box.
Yeah.
He's like a cucumber, a banana.
Cucumber always comes to mind because every time Yannicka picks one up, I'm thinking, is she going to do something with that?
A shampoo bottle, a fucking.
Because a lot of things look like they could be quite snug.
James would put anything in his box if he was.
It'd only be snug for a certain while with you because you're just going to end up on the big boys and then the little things not going to be snug anymore.
James is like those pornos where women are putting fucking watermelons in their pussy.
Yeah, you're going to wear that out. It's not going to be snug anymore. I feel
like I know this is. I just feel like it's too when you're a lady, it's too easy to have a little play.
Yeah,
you don't really. It's not obvious. It's
not the same for men. We don't have anything that we can.
And also, you haven't got to whip it out.
Yeah.
So I could be here right now doing this with you, and I might be having a little.
You could have something. You could have something in your box. And
you could do now. You could be doing it now.
No, but if he was doing it now, you'd see his arm doing this.
There would be a bit of. There would be a bit. Look. But again, listen.
You can't tell. You can't tell that I'm doing that.
But that's okay. But wait until you're but when you're closer to finishing, then it's you're going to start doing this, and your arm's going to start moving a little bit. It's
and I want to clarify. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify that I'm not trying to just be some weirdo. I genuinely think about it sometimes.
That means you're a weirdo.
No, it means
Yeah,
it's okay.
women-
It's me just thinking. You know, I'm not trying to just call out women and.
But
say,
I agree with James though, because if he was a woman right now, he could have like one of those like battery operated things in his box, and we wouldn't know. He could just have the remote control in his hand and be like,
That's what I'm saying. A lot of them have those remote control things. I'm like, quid's in. You just sit there and go.
We don't have anything like that as men, though. We don't have anything good like that.
I bet you there is something that you could like. In the morning, you could put it over and have a remote control, like a sock.
Yeah, but
like
but you don't understand. Like you have to walk around at that point now. You have a hard
exactly.
on.
Yeah, yes.
So like I can't walk around and have my fucking hard on. Like
no, but you could sit at your desk. If you're an officer, you sit at your desk. If you're in your little cubicle, hit the button. But
thing. A woman could literally be walking through the grocery store and have the fucking remote control going.
Yeah, she's not walking in a straight fucking line, though, is she? The next time you see someone staggering, right? Next time you see someone staggering, like walking on a wonk, they're not disabled. She's just got some fucking thing going nuts on her butt.
What are you doing, James? What's going on over there?
It's because Yannika's just walked in the room, so I'm just laughing. She's like, "What the fuck are you on about?"
All right, let's move on.
We're moving on.
Yeah, good.
Yannika, do you mind taking this?
Post-workout anabolic window. How long do you actually have post-workout to get your meal, your protein meal?
Discussed this. We've had this big
all day, every
conversation
day.
about this,
All day, every day is the anabolic window.
Yeah.
How? Okay, well, let's rephrase the question for people who kind of want to know more. How important is it to get something in like within half an hour of finishing training?
Depends what your intra pre were.
Yeah, it's all
That's
how
true,
you set up the day. It's how you set up the day prior.
So I think so. Okay, so let's go two different scenarios. I think if you just ate a meal pre-workout and you went to the gym and drank water while you trained, then you probably should get some essential aminos in or something right after you're done.
I agree.
But if you ate a meal and then you drank like an intra workout that has essential aminos in it, then you can probably just drive home and have a meal like whenever you get home, kind of thing.
Yeah, or like if you have to train like at 6 a.m. in the morning, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really have time to get a good solid meal in. You might maybe have a slightly bigger than normal intra workout shake. Yeah. Your post workout meal becomes much more of a priority now.
Does it though? Because you had an intra workout shake with essential aminos in it and stuff.
Yeah, but it's still going, like, to get a solid meal in post workout becomes more essential now.
Because you didn't eat before.
Then because your last solid meal was dinner the night before.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's scenarios, right? It just depends.
It's situational.
What is the best way to improve posing? Any recommended posing coaches? How do you each learn how to pose or learn the poses?
There's loads of things to sort of say here, but obviously, number one fundamental thing to do is to not talk about it and actually do it, because I know a lot of us do talk about it and don't do it because it's happened. So now I'm posing twice a day, 3 rounds twice a day. And I have to say, although I'm not the best poser on the planet, it's certainly becoming easier and feeling better. And then the second part, obviously, of the question is, how do you make sure you're posing right? And that's slightly different, because obviously if you're practicing posing and you're posing shit, it's not going to be a good end result, is it? So it is important to have someone who knows how to pose, show you the ropes. Who comes down to who you think. I don't know. Who do you like, Fouad? Who do you think is a good person to learn from?
I think you should keep it simple, man. You should go to a local show and see what they're doing in person. You know what I mean? And then find a coach locally. It's too hard. I mean, I always looked at all the photos of everybody, like whoever was, you know what I mean? Obviously in all the magazines and online, I tried to emulate the photos, but sometimes if you're not naturally gifted at posing, looking at pictures, like I see people and they're posing and I'm like, where did you get that pose from? Like
how did you fucking do it?
How did you look at that? How did you look at a back double bicep and end up in that position? Yeah. So I feel like if you're not predisposed to knowing how to pose, you have to find somebody in person.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like
if you say you don't have that option though, right? Because you don't have that resource or couldn't. I do think you're right, but I think people need to be honest and film themselves, screenshot it, break it down, and then tweak it from there and go back and change what you did if it wasn't right. So a lot of people, when they're doing, like say, a back double bicep, they pinch their shoulder blades, right? So they do like this, and then they like squeeze rather than open up, right? They're not opening their back up. I see it a lot. Guys will send me their check-in pictures, and it's just like, I'm like, I want a front double and a front and a rear double, right? And the rear double, their back is just crunched up. It's just like, you know, they're squeezing their back. And I'm like, no, you need to open your back. But the only way you can, if you don't have the resource or you don't know who to ask, you've got to look at it, take a video, film yourself posing, pause it and go, does that look like it should? And if it probably doesn't,
but even
make an adjustment.
But honestly, some people can't, they can't see it. They can't. I've worked with people who can't see that they're doing something wrong. So I guess at the end of the day, you could always contact, you know, Samson. Samson does posing coaches. Like I wouldn't. My first option wouldn't be to do like a FaceTime thing or like an online. But if you don't have somebody in person, you could contact somebody like Samson and say, "Hey, man, can you help me with my posing?" Whatever.
I know. Luke did a couple of Skype calls with Kenny Waller.
Yeah, Kenny's good. I've done some with Kenny.
Kenny's like the best. Kenny's the best of the best. Yeah.
When I was in New Haven, he was in there and he actually put me through some posing. It was really cool.
Yeah, he tweaked a couple of my poses once before a show too. Yeah,
he's so he really gets into it, doesn't he? For
yeah. It's weird. Like
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
like he really loves it.
Yeah.
Would you say GH is mandatory at a pro level?
I would say pretty much is. Like on an honest level, I think you'll probably find maybe a very small % of pros don't.
Yeah.
So as an even kill, most of us are using.
I have a big disagreement with Ben and Luke on this one, because you guys, because I don't know, I'm pretty sure Ben, you agreed with Luke, because you guys always said it was overrated, and I vastly disagree with you guys on this one.
I think me and you really like GH.
Yeah.
No, okay, it's a misunderstanding of what we're saying.
Okay, help us explain or help us understand.
I'd say it's overrated because I think everybody thinks not everybody. The way it's perceived is the same thing. You know, when you hear a natty and they're like, "Oh, I'd be as big as him if I took test."
Yeah.
Right. I feel like GH looks at the same way. A lot of guys can't afford it, can't access it, or they've left it. They're like, "I'm not going to bother with it." But if I did, I'd look like James.
Okay, but it's not,
I'm like, it is not a physique transformer.
No. But wait a minute.
Right?
It's
the icing. What I'm saying is, I think they works, right? I'm using it. We've discussed this. I'm like, hell, my physique is right now a lot fuller, right? We've discussed it. I'm like, so do I think it works? Yes, entirely. What I'm saying is the problem I have with it is what you get from it versus the cost of it. And I'm talking real GH here, right? Not just some generic or rip-off song, like peptide.
Yeah.
What you get, the improvement in your physique versus the cost, compared, say, to the cost of testosterone, the cost of like testosterone and the benefit in your physique, I think they're worlds apart, right?
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm saying if you can afford it, if I'm coaching a pro, I'm like 100% find a good source of it and run it every time, right?
Answer me this question, Coach. Doesn't GH build? Aren't you going to build satellite cells with GH? Aren't you actually going to have more muscle cells in the muscle when using GH?
The potential for that, potentially, yes.
That's right. So if you're genetically if you're genetically this big, and that's as big as you're going to get, then no matter how much fucking test you take, this is what you're working with, right? But if I take GH, now I've split off and built some new muscle cells, and now I can develop those, and over time, I'm going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think that's why people like
the body. I think
that's why I think. Wait 1 sec. I think that's why people like me can break their plateau at 235 or 240, because my body probably was meant to genetically stay around 235 or 240, and I think with the GH I was able to go to 255, 260.
Okay, that's a hypothetical. It's going to be impossible.
It is. It's a hypothetical.
If you'd have never taken GH and you got to 230, 240, and you just carried on taking tests and carried on training the way you did, you might have still got to 260.
Okay, let's eliminate the hypothetical. Does it not build more satellite cells for growth, though?
Not in absolute terms. It potentially does.
Okay. Well, I think it's worth the potential to do it.
I think it's worth it. I'm saying, I'm trying to get more to viewership here.
But I mean, like Luke used to say it's just cosmetic. And I'm like, in one sense, yes, because it keeps you full and it might help you get leaner and all those things. But what about to actually build the actual building of satellite cells, because now you're actually developing more muscle. So that's not cosmetic.
Yeah.
Now we're
So
talking.
I'm probably, if Luke's here and you're here, I'm probably right here, right?
In the middle somewhere.
And I'm saying it's the bit, I like it and I will use it, and I do use it. And if someone comes to me and they have a good source of it and they want to use it, then great. I never talk anyone out of it. What I am saying is, and this is a bit that I'm trying to maybe address the viewers here more so.
Yeah.
It is not a physique transformer as it's sometimes perceived. Like it will change your physique. It will help improve your physique. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're not going to take it and then 2 months later be like, fucking yes, I'm now like 290, right?
I agree. Yeah.
I think there's this perception that that's the next level, and I'm a good amateur, but if I took GH, I'd be a pro.
Well, I think the way I like to position it is you should use that as a last resort. Like for me, I would say get as big as you can naturally, then get as big as you can with anabolics, then start using peptides. Like it's kind of the last phase to me. I don't like if you're doing a level.
Insulin's my very last.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, if your first show, you're using insulin and GH, you're kind of like you overrun it a little bit.
Where'd you go from there?
Yeah. You've gone a little too far. That's all I'm saying. So,
yeah.
Okay. When saying mayo, but by its full name, do you pronounce it mayonnaise or mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I don't say mayo. Yeah, I say mayonnaise, like with almost like an A.
I say mayonnaise.
Yeah, like we do. Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It's got a y in it. Mayonnaise.
Yeah, but I don't say the y.
I do.
Nah, I don't.
Do you?
Yeah, mayonnaise.
Say it again.
Mayonnaise. Just mayonnaise.
You're not really saying the y. You're not really saying the y.
Mayonnaise.
I am.
It's like very slight.
The mic. Slight.
Yeah, it's more like may. It's instead
very
of may,
very slightly kissed that man. Well, you still fucking kissed him, didn't you? I still said it.
Maya or mayonnaise. Like it's almost like maya. Interesting.
What kind of question is that? What are we up to?
What's your favorite part of being a competitive bodybuilder? Let's go a little faster.
I'm not competitive. I don't know.
The people I've met.
I love competition. It just gives me something to go after.
Because you're fucking hard on.
Yeah.
Douche.
You have to sleep with 2 girls, combined age of 21. What the fuck?
What age ratio do you go? That's wrong. I can tell what you're saying.
Who the fuck says that? You have to sleep with 2 girls, combined age of 21. What are they, 10 and a half each?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, Chris, give your fucking head a shake, moron. Unless I'm reading this wrong.
Yeah, I'm not answering that.
You have to sleep with 2 girls.
It could be a 21-year-old who's got a fucking twin that never was born attached to it.
You're the only.
And that's
person
fine.
You're the only person.
No, because she's 42. Then they're both.
No, because it's already no, because it's not alive. The twin is stuck. It's like just fetal.
It's still a 42. It's a 21-year-old.
Okay, can we move on? This is fucked up. I don't want to read. Let's just move on to a normal question. Are the amount of working sets are the amount of working sets a person should do per exercise individual? A lot of people stress volume, but if I do 1 all-out working set per exercise to failure and beyond, can that be enough?
It's extremely individual.
If you're Dorian Yates, if you have the focus of Dorian Yates, then yes.
And the accuracy.
Your ability to recover is completely individual.
Yeah. I find it very hard to believe. I find it very hard to believe that.
Dorian?
No, not Dorian.
This kid.
I thought you was questioning
this kid.
Dorian.
No, just people in general that aren't like really, really advanced. I have a hard time believing that one working set is enough.
They can't. They don't know how to get into that hole, that place. You can't, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
There's no way. You don't know those depths. They take years to establish.
But I could be reading it wrong because maybe she means like if you have a bunch of feeder sets and then 1 all-out working set.
Yeah, but then they're not feeder sets, are they? If they're tiring you out, they are sets.
Yeah, a feeder set gives no real payoff in muscular growth. There's no payoff to it.
What do you
it's
guys
priming you for the end one?
Can I ask you guys? I usually have one working set before my failure set. So if I'm doing 3 or 4 sets of an exercise, usually the last 2 are the ones I count.
Fail on the last one. Yeah, I like to do.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I tend to get forced reps on the last set of an exercise.
No, I know, but the set before that, is it working or no?
It's still working, yeah. But so let's say I do 2 sets, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm far more likely to want to get a spot on the very last one of the second set to go to failure then, because if I go to failure on the first one, the second set won't happen.
So let me give you.
I would always.
Sorry, just let me give you an example. So
yeah.
Let's assume 315 is your failure set, even though I know it's not. Let's assume 315 is your failure set. So you would say, like, on your third set, you would do 315, but you would stop at like 8 reps or 10 reps. And then on your last set, you do 315, but you'd go all the way to 20 reps if you could. Yeah,
I would kind of go to like that muscular failure where form isn't totally out the window. But then the last set, I will rely on someone on a forced rep. So I'll go to the point of muscular failure, and form would be shit if someone wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I expect them to keep my form good.
Ben, what do you think? Same thing?
Yeah, I was saying muscular failure is my definition of it, right?
No, I know, but do you have a set before that that's a working set or no?
Again, so I was going to get to, it depends on the movement, and it depends on, again, this is getting like right now, I've backed off on how many failure sets I'm doing.
Okay.
Right. So I'm managing total volume.
Yeah.
So I only do 1 on like a squat. I did the 5 and the 6, but I wouldn't have done, my plan was to do the feeder, 5 plates, 1 set to muscular failure, move on. And on the machine stuff is when I'm going to bury myself. Right. I don't want to be at 5 weeks out. I start to tinker with the volume and
where you do those intensified sets, because obviously there's more taxing to do them on the kind of free weight exercises. So you're trading off some of that intensity so that you can still push hard, but without getting in a hole.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be aware that my tools for recovery are limited, right? As in cardio is high, calories are low. My ability to get myself out of that hole is not what it is in the off season. So I cannot be doing the depths of like 2 hard working sets.
So the answer is like a moving target, really, because it depends on what you're eating. It depends on a whole bunch of different variables.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thoughts on doing bodybuilding style training in the morning first session, and in the afternoon doing Olympic weightlifting, not trying to compete in bodybuilding, but trying to obtain a real well-rounded physique. I don't think training twice a day is a good idea.
But the thing is, because his goal isn't to be a bodybuilder, I think if he's enjoying it and if he's not injured, like getting injured, then don't worry about it. Because he said he doesn't.
I've taught Olympic lifting, and I've taught in terms of strength and conditioning. You want to do it the other way around.
You want to do it the other way around?
Yeah, you're technical Olympic explosive lifting in the morning. Yeah. Then you go and do the volume
hypertrophy,
bodybuilding, hypertrophy stuff second.
I feel like, listen, this is why I say it. I feel like anybody who trains twice a day is eventually going to break down. And the only reason I say that is because I look at Justin Compton, who is very, very strict. And he said he was eating 8,000 calories a day in the off season. And he said after about, I think he said 4 to 6 weeks, I can't remember how long it was. He said his body couldn't take it anymore. He said he had to go back to 1 session a day. Yeah. So I'm always really wary about people who say they train twice a day.
Yeah. Do you know what we have to count? We have to consider as well, because this guy hasn't really told us. Like, how many days a week is he training? Let's say he's only training 3 days a week, and there's a gap in between each one.
Yeah,
it's
that's
different,
okay.
Isn't it? So
that's what I'm saying. Like with strength and conditioning stuff, you're not doing that every day. You're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then also the Olympic lifting, the explosive technical stuff isn't fatiguing. It's taxing on the CNS, but it's like, and then in the evening you use the CNS, which is primed and switched on, but it's more muscular, right? So I see. You can do it, but there's no way. I've done the bodybuilding twice a day, and that fucked me after 8 weeks.
I found that the bodybuilding twice a day works, but only for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
I've tried it 3 different times, and every single time, right around the 4 week mark, it starts to eat away at you a bit.
Yeah.
Did you do? Did you do different body parts, or did you do the same body part twice?
No, I would do like quads in the morning, hams at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next day I would do like chest in the morning, shoulders at night. You know,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Yep.
Impact of sex on overall testosterone levels. Does having sex increase your testosterone levels?
I actually don't know this shit.
I don't either. Okay. Tips on muscle imbalances. Already doing more unilateral movements. Nothing seems to equal size left to right. Any tips? I don't. I think I'll always have that imbalance. I think it's normal as long as it's not too drastic.
It's true. It is normal. Every single one of us, if you were to analyze us close, there's definitely imbalances everywhere. And all you can do is what he's doing. He's doing his best. He's trying to do the unilateral work.
Yeah.
Unless there's an underlying reason, right? A neural thing, in which case then if that's what's holding you back and you don't know it, then you need to see somebody that can fix that for you.
Who would you see? Like a chiropractor or something?
You might have something that's blocked, like or an ART specialist that can release something.
Release therapy, yeah.
If you're bound, you might have I'll go to Luke. Luke off the very first Arnold stage, and his left lat was all bunched up, and
I remember,
it was out, and actually it was coming from his serratus, so on his basically his rib cage,
there,
it was bound up, and so the guy released that, and then he's balanced back out. Yeah. So sometimes it might not be a case of that one's not growing as much as that one. There might be a reason neurologically firing wise.
So you're saying the muscles can be bound up. That's true, but Ben, do you know? Because you're saying neurologically. You're familiar with like neurological pathways, right? Or like your nerves.
Mm-hmm.
So that I found was a huge thing for me because I used to see an osteopath.
Right.
Every single time, I think I've told this story on the podcast before, but if you haven't heard it. So every time I would go in, he would lay me on my stomach and have me do like a leg curl with each leg. And he'd be like, hold your leg up. And he would try and pull down on it. Right. Yeah. And he'd just pull it down. No problem. And then he would like readjust my back and like he would do this, stretching technique with my hips and then put me back on my stomach and do it again. And he would be reefing on my heel and he couldn't pull it down. And it didn't feel like I was pulling any harder, but he said, because if you're neurologically not in line, if all your pathways aren't in line or not functioning properly, and you're using like sheer strength instead of using function to make the muscle work. Does any of that,
true.
Does that make sense? Like, I guess some days you go in and you squat or bench press and it feels really, really light. And some days you go in and it feels like it's like you're grinding it out.
Yeah.
That
must be the difference between the pathways being clear and not.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. That's what that is, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how you would test for that or who you would see. Like I said,
who's the one at MuscleWorks Active Body Clinic? Yeah, so Daz is very keen on that.
What's
his title? What is it?
I know he does ART. What he did on my hamstring. Do you remember when I tore my hamstring, James?
I do, yeah.
I tore my hamstring 11 weeks out when I was getting ready for the Arnold Amateur with Luke, right?
Yeah.
I was doing a lunge with too much weight on it, basically. The hamstring tore. It was fucking black and blue 3 days later. I saw him. He put these, I'm going to butcher this, so in my ignorance, he put electrodes up on my glute and below my knee, and he'd run a current, and then he'd shift them a little bit, and he was just clearing the scar tissue away, right? Wow. And then switch it on. And I was 21 days after I tore my hamstring, I squatted 5 plates.
Yeah. I need somebody like that here, man.
Yeah, it was a grade 2 tear. I'll post a picture up on my stories later, or once you posted this. I'll put this hamstring. My whole back of my leg was black and blue. It was a grade 2 tear, and 21 days later I was squatting again.
I don't have anybody locally that knows how to do that kind of shit. That's so valuable to me. It's crazy.
He worked on all of us.
I might ask him. I'll send him a message actually, because I'll ask him what the technique is, because then people can try and search a practitioner that does that.
Yeah,
because that's very good.
Yeah.
Do you think some races are more genetically gifted than the rest?
Yeah, in ways. Yeah,
we're entering racist territory here.
Nowadays
you can't say anything. So
yeah, it's so annoying that you can't, because it's just fact. Like,
it's objective. It's objective.
There's certain genetic traits to certain individuals who are from certain nationalities that benefit them for bodybuilding.
Give me an example.
Bollocks. I'm not going to mince words. I'm part Chinese. Chinese have terrible bodybuilding genetics. We are not natural born. They're not good athletes. They're not very good athletes.
Some of the most beautiful physiques are Asian. Like they
Yeah,
have
but
their
what part of Asia?
metrically Southeast Asia. They're so genetically like aesthetic, right? Big legs, big calves, small waist. Like it's usually like how it goes, right? Upper body's a little bit imbalanced compared
The
to
legs
lower
are
body.
crazy. The legs are crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
Legs
we
are
were talking
crazy.
about bodybuilding. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying that. I've said before, quads on most Chinese
But some of these
bodybuilders are
men's
pretty
physique
good.
guys, some of these men's physique guys that are like Southeast Asian, they're fucking
Yeah.
aesthetically
Okay.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, look at the population,
Yeah.
and look at the number of bodybuilders coming out of there.
I just think it's culturally not important there. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. They got
They
technology.
do.
The
No,
guy-
They love their freaks.
Man, I think Southeast Asian. I think Asian people are just smarter. They're just like, you know what? Fuck that shit. That's for meatheads. Go to school, become a doctor, do it. Like it's a different culture, man. They put more emphasis on fucking education and shit. They don't care how fucking.
I haven't been to China, but like I know it's not the same. But it being in Japan made me understand that the focuses of their everyday life is very different than ours. And
They're more cerebral.
yeah, a lot of it's like they care about things like Shintoism. You know, like
Look,
just
man,
Earth, like itself, like the things that matter to them are different. It's not about how you look.
Man, it's simple. Look at our country here, like in North America, like the fucking Asians come here and they fucking all excel. They go to school and their focus is not, oh, I got to get on the football team or I got to fucking. They go to school and they fucking crush shit and then they become doctors. Like the last 6 doctors I've seen are fucking Indian.
Yeah,
Right, but hang on, that's not because they're smarter. That's because
No. It's
just
because the focus. No, the focus of their culture is what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Right, but that's not because they're genetically smarter.
No. I didn't say that.
How,
No, I didn't say that.
no, we've gone. We have. Yeah, I suppose we've gone from
you
genetics
said
now to culture.
you said they're more. You said they're smarter.
No. Well, no. I said the focus of their culture is different.
No, you said, quote unquote. When you post something back on YouTube, and you're categorically said they're smarter.
Who did? I said that.
You fucking did. Yes.
Well, if you're focusing,
They apply it better and they become smarter. They're not smarter.
okay, fine.
Right?
They make
All
better.
right.
They make better choices. Whatever.
We've lost ourselves in the talk now because we were on genetics and body parts and shit like that. weren't we? And now
I
we've
think
gone into
I do think there are races out there that have better bodybuilding or muscle building genetics. Yes.
I do as well. Like,
Who
but
has
there's
the
different
best-
attributes.
Who has the best muscle building genetics? Black people.
I was going to say black, but now the Arab nations are the amount of freaks coming out of Egypt and Kuwait and there are
again,
a ton
what's
of
funny?
amateur. Hang on, there's a ton of amateurs out in the Middle East
Look
that
like pros.
refuse to get their pro cards
They get
because the
paid.
money they're earning at amateur shows is astronomical.
Okay, wait a
like world
minute. So you know what's
championships
funny
and
about this? This goes back to the conversation we just the earlier part of this conversation where I was saying the Asians are focused culturally on school and that's why they're smarter. And that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with the Arabs. Now they're culturally focused
on bodybuilding.
on training, and they're fucking. It shows now because all these crazy physiques are coming from the Middle East because that's
So
culturally what they're about.
I think what we need to look into then is let's say we lined up a bunch of people that had only been training for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Whose genetics would be the most apparent for bodybuilding to start with.
That's how
I
you
would
do it.
I would definitely say because I obviously again a lot of my friends in Kings where I train in Croydon are either Jamaican descent, black culture, black
black guys.
genetics.
Yeah.
And the physiques are phenomenal, and it's all just to do with something as simple as muscle belly insertions.
Yeah,
It's not. I'm not saying you've got it easy because no, you haven't. But I mean, if you just look at how anatomically people are built, the muscle bellies on some of my black friends out just blow me away because they insert elbow and look at Phil Heath. Fuck me, come on.
it's the muscle belly compared to the size of the bones
And waist ratio, their waist
like
small.
flex wheeler wrist, you know what I mean. And then you have
Small waist.
Yeah.
Never wide hips. You don't get very often a black gentleman with a wide set hip.
Yeah. I'm trying to think right now.
Look, I can't think of any. Look
Ben's
at
not-
remember Amory Francis.
Ben's not saying anything. He's scared. He's
Ben,
scared
do you
to
remember
say it.
Amory Francis?
I've seen a lot of black guys over here with thick, wide hips.
Yeah.
There's some big old boys out here.
But is that because Is that because of being overweight?
It's because of McDonald's, mate. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like genetically, though, standardly, like I've got friends that look like they're ready for men's physique shows, and they don't try to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, look,
barely
I agree
work
with you.
out,
If you had a lineup of like 18-year-old kids and they were all at the same level of experience, I'm choosing the black kid probably. Like, who can I?
Do you know?
No, like because of what James said, right?
I'm taking the Asian kid.
If
He's gonna leave bodybuilding. He's gonna go to school and he's gonna make me some money.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's a fullness factor as well, because I've got some really good young white boys in my gym, yeah, that are like in their teens.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of muscle, but they look like Dorian did when he was in like 1980, when he was
They have the same roundness.
Yeah, well, the white kids are really hard, but there's no depth to the muscle.
Yeah.
Whereas my black friends and black members at the gym have the pop.
They're more 3D.
Like
Yeah,
Samson's
I find
pop.
that even when
Samson's
they're
got the
flat,
pop.
even when they're flat, they still have like a full look to them, right?
Yeah.
Tell me you weren't like when you look at Samson, yeah, and he's in that hotel room with the fucking band, and you're looking at his pecs, you're thinking, fucking hell. Like they're like this, and he's in a hotel room with a band.
Yeah.
Like that's hard work and genetic potential mixed together. And I love that. And I know Sam gets a bit annoyed sometimes when we say genetics. I'm not saying it's all genetics, because it's not, because you have to work your ass off, and he's grown a shit ton. But genetic potential is what allows the hard work to be pay off.
Every pro has a genetic advantage, right? Every pro bodybuilder. So
even turn pro, you would have to be an elite with genetics.
I have shit genetics.
You don't have shit.
It's all hard work.
You fucking yourself. Listen, some of the shots of you are fucking amazing. So shut
why do you think people get upset when you say that?
I don't know, because I think
Cedric used to
some people think because some people think you're saying that you don't work hard. It is just
they feel like you're taking the hard work away from them.
No,
because trust me, you don't have some of the piss poor genetics that some people have. It's like some people are really bottom rung.
No, but like when I say like Cedric, for example, when I say you have great genetics, it annoys him, but I'm like, it's not taking away any ability to build muscle. It's the way your muscle fits together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's genetic. That you had nothing to do with that. That was you.
It's like saying Michael Jordan had great genetics to be a 6'6" black man. It's not wrong.
No, yeah.
His genetics to be 6'6" were there.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he
it's
mastered
that. But because bodybuilding is like almost invisible, right? Your potential is invisible. You don't know until you try.
Until you see
it. But like if you're like 7 foot tall, if you're Shaq O'Neal, your genetics are apparent immortally, right?
Yeah. Listen, it's like, again, I'm just shifting it to a white guy because we've said a lot of black names, so I'm trying to even it out. Hathor. I'm just trying to be PC. Hathor. Yeah. You look at him. It's like us saying, it's great that you're tall because it's allowed you to fulfill your potential as a strongman. It's not saying, oh, you're only good at strongman because you're tall.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was a genetic component that allowed him.
It's fucking helped him for sure. There's no way. If he's 5'8", he's not the same lifter.
Exactly, and it's that thing. And I think that's why coming up in bodybuilding, it's very, very important to focus on the whole picture, because there's so many different ethnicities going into the sport. It's very diverse, but also understanding that you can't look like everybody up there because we are all genetically different. So it's always good to have a little bit of an idol or a role model who perhaps suits your genetic kind of, I could look at someone like Branch, or I could look at Justin, or, a Caucasian fella with blonde fucking hair. It doesn't matter.
You're not comparing yourself to Phil. Right?
I can't personally look at fucking Flex Wheeler, Phil Heath, and imagine that. Because it's just not going to happen. I can love that. Like, I love Ronnie Coleman, and what I want to be as strong as Ronnie Coleman. But when it comes to the bodybuilding aspect, the actual look and the insertions, that's something that we can't change. So we have to just focus on what we can do.
Where did Ben go?
He just literally must have sneezed out of this, because he just literally.
It's okay. You know what? We've been on for a couple hours. Let's do a couple more and then we'll wrap it up. Why do some pros weigh their food cooked weight and then when the macros are on the food labels with their raw weight?
I don't actually know, really, because you know what, Fouad, I used to always cook my meat cooked.
Yeah.
Raw, not cooked, weigh my meat cooked. It was only
Yeah.
when I went with Patrick that I started weighing it raw.
I don't ever, I want to ask Ben about this too. I just want to read the question again.
Yeah.
It says, why do a lot of pros weigh their food in cooked weight when the macros on the food labels are on the raw weight on the back of the label? So I'm just going to say really quickly, if I'm going to cook something in bulk, I want to weigh it cooked because I don't want to if I cook a whole tray of chicken, then I just weigh it cooked because it's already in the fridge, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to weigh, how am I going to weigh that raw, right? Do you guys see what I'm saying or no?
No, I get it because it is a bit of an inconvenience when you're doing mass.
Yeah, well, it's also, but he's saying that the macros are on the back of the label, but I don't feel like those are accurate because you're going to lose a lot of the water weight and fat weight when you're cooking like chicken or steak or anything like that. So I want the final weight, the cooked weight.
Yeah.
It's like carbs, isn't it? Because you want carbs when they're at their driest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you weigh them when they're not cooked. So rice you weigh before. When you cook meat, it loses the fluids and then it's dry also. So some people just like to weigh all their food when it's its driest, lightest form.
Yeah, for me,
I do cooked weight for protein.
Yeah.
Because some countries you'll find that the way that the chicken or whatever, some of it has more fluids in it because they inject them with, so they have more shelf weight. Yeah. So they charge per weight, right? So I want to get rid of all that water, intracellular water fluid out of the chicken.
So do you think like the label on the back of like a chicken package, for example, do you think it's not accurate?
I think it's close, but
it's not as accurate.
Yeah. Do you know what though? It's like as long as you're consistent in your measuring what you do, how you measure, then it's fine, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, that's
what I mean. Like, so say you go to a different country though, which we do, all of us do quite a lot. Yeah. Now you're weighing, if you're doing raw weight chicken or whatever, if that chicken has been plumped, for lack of a better word, in that country because the food standard agencies are not as strict, so they get away with some shady techniques. Yeah. Now you're weighing out 2 ounces extra this water. Yeah. So you're losing 2 ounces of that. So I would always cook my chicken the same method, then weigh it or whatever it is, and then weigh it and always be consistent with that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually saying that because what I notice is like, obviously I'll cook, let's say I've cooked the whatever it is, 250 grams raw. I often weigh it after as well. And once I know what that weight is, I kind of tend to just keep around that weight. So that it is I do know the dry weight. So I know the dry weight for my meals is only actually about 170 grams because I don't eat a lot of protein now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like the driest, when it's cooked, it's at its driest weight, which is the best weight. And then it's the most accurate, but it's also, like I said, more convenient because I can cook 12 chicken breasts at a time and I can just weigh them when I eat them, right?
So, and when you're portioning out carbs, proteins, fats, you don't have to worry about contamination or any of that shit. Yeah. Because it's all cooked. Yeah. So
that's right.
Rather than fucking, raw breasts having to wash your hands after every time.
Yeah.
Because that's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a massive upper body and tiny legs or massive legs and a tiny upper body forever? When I say tiny, I mean skinny, like you never picked up a weight.
I like big legs. I won't lie.
I think I'd rather have.
But think about the practicality. I was going to go legs, and then I was like, "Fuck jeans."
That's exactly what happened to me.
In the gym, I'd love the big leg scenario, right? I'd just wear a baggy t-shirt and I'd wear fucking tights and be like, I'm jacked. But the practicality of jeans and shorts and swimwear, like,
we would just go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, James.
I was just going to say we'd just end up looking like these cyclists then, which isn't a bad look.
Yeah, but I think
it's not right look.
I had the same thought process that Ben had. I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to have massive legs. And I thought, wait a minute, what about if I'm not bodybuilding? I would rather I'd rather be able to put a t-shirt on, have like massive arms and like a big chest, and then I can wear jeans and you look great.
Baggy jeans, wear some baggy jeans and some boots, and you're good to go.
Yeah, but imagine having like that top off so big that when you go to get out of bed and you pull forward to do that, your upper body's too heavy and your legs just fling up.
You got to roll. You got to roll.
Yeah,
you got to roll this way.
I mean?
Just roll.
Like, so you go
roll.
To crunch,
don't sit up. Roll.
You go to do a crunch, but your legs are so light they just fling up to your face. I couldn't do that.
When and why is an intra workout necessary?
I did a video the other day, actually, even on my own fucking channel, just saying that I don't think it's overly necessary for everyone if food is in a good place, but I don't see the harm ever in essential aminos during training. It's not going to cause any negatives, and then I think that they are vital when calories are being restricted, and that's it basically. I think the intra carbs, intra carbs is down to you, but as long as you've got the essential aminos going in, then I'm pretty chill with that.
Yeah, I think I agree with James. If you have a meal and then you go train, even with just water, and then you're having a meal right away after, I guess there's only 2-3 hours when you're not eating. But I think because of the amount of like your nutrient uptake is going to be so much greater when you're training, it's probably the best time to take your aminos or your carbs. Or Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same kind of level.
Yeah.
Assuming, as like I say again, assuming your pre and your other meals are in where they need to be. Like I said, they become more important the less nutrients you're getting in before and after you train, right?
Yeah. So. All right, let's do one more. Best TV show of all time.
Transformers. Generation 1 Transformers, without a fucking doubt. Come on, boys.
Sopranos.
Oh, Sopranos is good.
Dude, Sopranos stands the test of time, man. You could watch Sopranos now; it would still be awesome.
Yeah, I think I might be. I might jump on board with the Sopranos on you.
I never even fucking watched it.
You never watched the Sopranos? Yeah, but you're like a gamer guy. You're not really like I don't know. You're into mobster stuff.
Yeah, no.
The Wire's good though.
Yeah, I've never watched
Wire's good.
Never seen it.
The problem with me is that anytime anyone suggests something to me, I've got this fucking egotistical thing about me where I'm like, I'll check it later.
I'm the same.
I get that way too.
I didn't watch Lost because everyone loved Lost, and I'm like, fuck off, I'm not watching that.
Like, I'm not giving in to this fucking craze. Fuck off.
I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna change my answer.
What?
My favorite TV show of all time is House.
Oh, okay. House was actually quite good. I saw a few episodes of that.
I found that like stimulating, interesting.
I loved Sopranos. I couldn't miss an episode. I had to, like, every Sunday night, I had to catch it at 9:00. It was just, but I used to be like you guys too. But lately I'm like, I hate fucking flipping through Netflix for like an hour trying to find something to watch. So when somebody suggests something to me, I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And if I can get through the first episode, usually I'm hooked.
Unless it's me, because I bet you haven't watched Nightfall yet.
No, I haven't. But
exactly. So unless Ben suggests it, and then you don't fucking listen.
Luke
suggested I watch Norseman.
Norseman's funny.
I've tried watching Norseman.
Dude, I tried. So listen, unfortunately I didn't try and watch it when he was around. But last week it came across the TV, and I'm like, you know what? Luke wanted me to watch this shit, so I'm going to try it. So I watch. Dude, it's fucking hilarious. I'm like, this is the best. I love British humor, man. It's like, it's fucking.
No, I've tried to start it. I think probably 4 or 5 times, and I've got through a couple of episodes, and I just went, "This isn't." I can't.
The reason I'm not watching
it, dry.
The reason I'm not watching it anymore is because my wife doesn't have a dry sense of humor, so she's like, "This is stupid." I'm like, "It's fucking hilarious."
Really dry.
Yeah.
Obviously, in my household, I've got a real Norwegian here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put it on, and then she obviously gets everything in it because she knows that, because they are fucking like that.
Are they Norwegian?
They're Norwegian. They're Norwegian. That's the nationality. And when they speak English, then their English Norwegian is terrible, and it's like her family, because that's what they speak like, because they're not obviously here. So it just makes me laugh, because that's how, when I go over there, they all talk. So I'm like, fuck it.
Why is it that we're like that? When someone suggests something, you don't actually watch it, even though you trust them. Like the guy could be your friend. It could be like you trust his judgment. And he'd be like, you got to watch this thing. And then you're like, yeah. And you never, ever get around to it.
I just don't want to admit that they were right about something. I'm like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, it is as simple as that.
That's not why I do it.
It's not my idea. It wasn't my idea, so fuck it.
It's normally one of your closest friends that suggests.
Yeah.
And you've got this fucking game of tennis going on where you're batting things back and forth and you don't want to give in.
But that's silly. I don't feel that.
And I never but I do it with TV series, and I do it with games. So someone will suggest a game that I would clearly love, and I won't play it just so that I haven't given in to their fucking.
I do the same thing.
No, man, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to play like when Ben suggested. What did you suggest again? I can't remember now. What is it called?
Nightfall.
Okay,
Nightfall.
I'm not watching it so that I can be like, I'm not doing what Ben tells me. That's not why I'm not watching. No, it's not why. I don't know. It's like I have to be prepared to get into something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have to force myself to watch the first episode.
Yeah.
So I just never get around to it.
I find it hard to get into series. So I do find it really difficult.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. This one's interesting. If Jason Ha would have stuck with it, what do you think his potential could have been?
Oh, definitely a few pro wins.
Where do you think Jason Ha would have been on the Olympia stage if he was like shredded at his biggest size?
Around about the 7 to 9 mark.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
That's impressive.
Probably where Dallas and like Nathan.
Look, put it this way. I put it this way, and this isn't a knock on Steve Cocklow.
Yeah.
If Steve, I put him I put him and Steve as having a very similar achievable potential.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, they have They don't have similar physiques, but I see what you're saying. They have
Oh,
I'm not comparing their physiques. I'm comparing just their their career potential.
An equal level of potential where they could go.
Jason was like really good. I suppose,
Jason was very.
I don't know his reasons. I've never really looked into it, but I assume it just didn't sit well with him bodybuilding on a personal level. After a while, just things changed.
I think what I gather, I've asked him to be on the podcast a couple of times, and he said he would, but I think he's just so busy he didn't get around to it, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't want to. I don't know, but what I gather from the stories I've heard from him tell on other interviews or whatever is when Art Atwood died. Yeah, because Art was his coach, and they were close. Yeah, and I think that almost like got it like took him a little too close. Like it was too close to him, I think.
Plus, I think he's also very smart and had a lot of opportunities else.
I think he saw options. I think he saw like some. He did the T-shirt thing, and the T-shirt thing blew up. Yeah, and
he's to be fair, he's really fucking cool, isn't he?
He is.
But again, by the similar thing, I'm waiting for Juan Morel to retire, right?
Why? Yeah. Oh, because the cookie thing.
Because that's blown up. It's insane.
Yeah. He's on the telly, wasn't he? He was on that telly.
They're doing extremely well, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't be surprised if he does one more season and then calls it quits because that thing's crazy.
And to be fair, he's had a very good career. How many wins has he had? Probably 4 or 5.
Well, I've heard he's turning down sponsorships.
Yeah, because he was with the Pollen. And then he focused on My Cookie Dealer. So
yeah, he's like, because I think I talked to him about Hostile, and I was like, hey man, what do you think? You want to come on board? He's like, I love what you're doing, but I'm not doing any sponsorship stuff right now because I'm so focused on My Cookie Dealer.
That's a really cool thing to do because he could just take it just for the sake, but he's not.
Yeah,
He's got that. What's the word? He's got integrity.
You know what's funny?
He's also probably too busy to fulfill what a sponsor's going to need from him.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's what
he
said to me. But that's what he said to me, and I think James is right. You know what? Because most guys will be like, "Yeah, I'll take it," and then they'll fuck around and they get their check and they don't post, and you're like, but they just want to get the check anyway. Yeah. So yeah, James is right. I think it's pretty cool of him to be like, "Look, I just don't have the time." He said to me literally, "He's like, I just don't have the time. I'm focused on the cookie thing, and that's what I'm doing."
Listen, I love one. Like we get on really, really well. And I'm interested to see what his physique does once he retires, if he's stuffing himself with them fucking cookies.
I don't think he'll get fat. I think
he's got these weird genetics, and he
he was a little guy, wasn't he? Like he was really skinny when he started.
He was only small when he turned pro. Like he wasn't a heavy bodybuilder.
No, he was skinny. Yeah, he was skinny. Yeah. And I think, but the rest of his family is a little bit bigger. But
they are. That's why I'm wondering. I'm like thinking, maybe genetics.
End up that way,
yeah, but what a guy! Really cool.
Have you guys had the cookies?
Yeah. Gave me a few.
I got them in my freezer.
They're so good.
I had one at the Olympia backstage. He handed a bunch out, and then from that I was like, "Fuck this! I'm buying them."
Well, listen, they are very good. Let me tell you something.
See what? You have to have a bit of ice cream, which you're fine with. You have to heat them up, put a bit of ice cream. If you have one just to eat on its own, you'll get through it. But it's pretty dense and like hard work. Yeah. If you put a bit of ice cream with that, put it in the microwave, and then put the ice cream on top. Fucking hell, that's like bang, 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 bang.
They must be good because in pre-judging in Romania, I was 8th, and I had one of those in between, and I came back and I got 5th. So the cookies fucking work, mate.
That's the secret, the secret.
Listen, you took me from outside the top 6 into 5th place. Thank you, mate.
I
got my check.
I wonder if they ship to Canada. I got to try that shit out.
He must do. Surely.
Yeah, you're closer to him than I am.
Yeah,
but there's borders to cross and shit. It fucks everything up.
I've got a feeling because I got sent some cookies the other day from some of the friends from Redcon. Yeah. So I got a feeling that you can even get them to fucking post them over here.
Yeah.
Halfway across the world.
I'm gonna order some for my next cheat.
They're good, man.
Yeah.
They are really good.
But
honestly.
the problem is they set out, so you have to go on the Instagram page and
I'll
set
just
a
message
reminder for
Juan.
when they.
I'll just message Juan. I'll be like, fucking.
I'm giving other people, your viewers, some, because otherwise they're all going to message one and they're using like fuck off.
Yeah. His inbox is going to be full. Like,
because they do releases. They do like three releases a week. Okay. But they sell out within like 10 minutes.
Are you serious?
10,000 cookies. And
I would have never thought cookies would do so well in the mail.
Dude,
crazy.
Every batch is 10,000 ish, right? It's about 10,000. They do like 10 flavors and 1,000 of each. And it's a 10, you have to order either 10 or 20 minimum order.
Yeah.
And they clear them out within 20. Because I've got a notification on my phone that says my cookie dealer has posted, right?
Yeah.
And I've got a full stock, so I don't bother. 10 minutes later, they post again saying sold out.
No way.
Yes.
That's good marketing. You know that? I'm going to do that. When we released our hostile jugs, the clear ones, we literally sold out in like fucking half an hour. I'm not joking.
$200 for a jug.
No, it's not.
Look at my jug. This shit was like $1.
Nah, man, but mine's cool looking. It doesn't look like that shit. Fucking ghetto jug. No, they're not $200. It's fucking $29. So it's not that bad. But they sold out in half an hour. But that's good marketing because it makes you want it fucking more when you're like, hey, it's posted and now it's gone, and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta get the next one. That's smart. Good for them.
Yeah. Oh, really cool.
So you're gonna have like 1,000 in stock, and on the website it's gonna say sold out, right?
No, I'm gonna try it. Now everybody knows I want to do that. It's never gonna say sold out, and they're gonna be like, stuff didn't sell. Now I have to lie about it now. Okay, guys, it's been 2 hours, and Ben, you have an interview to do with Rumble Johnson, don't you?
Yeah. So Anthony Johnson's coming in. So there's two things. I'm playing him on this TV. There's a PlayStation.
What game you playing?
UFC. We're playing UFC.
Okay.
I'm gonna fight Anthony Rumble Johnson on the UFC, and then they want me to interview him on his return to the UFC because he's now re-entered the USADA testing pool.
How nervous are you?
Really? Well, I'm not as nervous as if Rudy had got his own way. So Rudy wasn't going to tell me. Knowing I'm a massive UFC fan.
Yeah.
Rudy was like, let's not tell Ben, we'll just spring on him.
Yeah.
And then the camera team, the camera guys here, sent me the schedule.
Yeah.
And on it says,
have you ever done an interview? Oh, you cut out again. The fuck?
Motherfucker.
What's wrong?
Right at the fundamental point.
What's wrong with Redcon? Are they fucking...
Aaron's skimping on the internet.
They're not paying their bills. Their bills.
Right. Sorry, go on. What are you saying?
I'm saying, have you ever done an interview before?
No.
Oh,
but all I'm going to do is bust his bollocks. I'm going to be like, are you only coming back because John Jones has moved up to heavyweight, so now you don't have to fight him?
He's going to punch you.
And Daniel Cormier is retired now, so he's not going to rear naked chokehold you for a third.
You're not going to say that.
Is that why you're actually coming back?
You're not going to.
Yes, I am. Rudy, yeah, I am. They want me to. Rudy's like, I promise you, on my mother's life. I'm even going to do it on the game. I'll be like, because he'll play as himself. Yeah. And I'll be like, I won't go as DC. I'll go play as someone else to give it a fair fight.
All right. I'll be watching.
I guarantee I will. I promise you I will.
I'll see you when the interview comes out. I want to watch it. All right. Okay, guys. Have a good day. 2:05. I got to eat. I'm starving. I'm sure you guys are too.
Yeah, it's time.
We'll see you guys next week, maybe.
Nice one, gentlemen. Good to speak to you both.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.